All right. Okay, so today we will start learning IELTS. Okay, so we will do it slowly. Okay, we will first use this book, as our guide. Um, First, let me give you like an idea, what to expect, with IELTS. Actually, IELTS test, it has four parts. Okay. One
Okay.
of these parts is speaking. Okay. So this is the most crucial, the speaking, because it's on the spot. The questions are on the spot and you need to think and speak. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so let me give you an idea of what is all about. Okay, IELTS speaking. Okay, there you go. So in IELTS speaking, there are three sections. Okay. We when you say three sections, it means part one, part two, and the part three. Okay. There you go. Now let's learn what is part one. Okay. So this is part one. Okay. Please read.
Section 1 begins with some general introductory questions. This is followed by some questions on personal information, similar to the type of questions one would ask when meeting someone for the first time. Finally, the examiner will ask a series of questions on topics of general interest, 4 to 5 minutes.
Yes, okay. That's the ideal time, 4 to 5 minutes. But according to my students, when they have this speaking test with the examiner, it took them 20 minutes, all in all. Okay, 20
Mhm.
minutes. Yeah, part one, part two, and part three. So they really need to speak. Okay, it's about 20 minutes, they say. Okay, but the ideal for the part one is only 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, there you go. But it depends because sometimes the examiner will give you four questions or five questions or six questions sometimes for part one alone. Okay, there. But we do not know what really the question is. Okay, so as you can see here, for the part one, okay, it's like it's our first time to meet each other. You will introduce yourself. The examiner will ask you something and then you introduce yourself. Later, we will follow a certain format on how you can introduce yourself. Okay, there is a format here. And then, if in part one, there is a question that will ask, for example, do you like to listen to music? Okay. Do you like to listen to music? So with that question, you can answer in three sentence only. Okay, there you go. So three sentence answer for part one. Okay, and the next. Okay, so that's for part one. For part two, it's different. Okay, so please read what to expect in part two.
Section 2 is a monologue by the candidate. The examiner will give the candidate a card with a subject and a few guiding questions on it. The candidate must talk for 1 to 2 minutes on this subject, excluding an optional 1 minutes preparation for his talk. After this talk, the examiner will ask 1 to 2 brief questions in order to finish off the section, 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay, there you go. That's the ideal time, 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so here there's sometimes there are five cards. Okay, and then the examiner will let you choose. Okay, and then one card, and then you will choose the topic for you, and then the examiner will show you the card, or sometimes he or she will read the card. Okay, and then you need to take note. Okay, what are the things you need to include in your speaking? Okay, and then the examiner will give you 1 minute to prepare. Okay, so in that 1 minute, you can bring a notebook or a paper with you, and you can write the important things you need to discuss. Okay, in that 2 minutes, and then another 2 minutes. So in 2 minutes, you will talk and talk and talk regarding the topic. So that is really challenging, right? Imagine for 2 minutes, you will just talk and talk and talk. How will you organize your thoughts? You're very nervous and then you forget what to say. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is really challenging, right? Okay, so that is why
Yeah,
IELTS speaking is really, a thing to practice. Okay. And then
yes,
for
teacher.
section, yeah. For section 3, this is now the part 3. Okay, please read.
Section 3 is a discussion. The examiner will ask some more questions generally related to the subject spoken about in Section 2. These questions will be more demanding and require some critical analysis on the part of the candidate, 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay. In the first part, the part 1, the questions are really, very easy. Okay, it's very common. Okay. All right. But when it comes to section 3, the questions are a little deeper. It requires you to say data, okay? Factual information, not just purely opinion, okay? It requires you to think, to analyze something. Okay, so sometimes the questions here or the response needs to be like 3 to 5 sentences or 6 sentences in a well organized manner. Okay, there you go. So that is how it goes. Okay, so as you can see, so that is the three main parts of the IELTS speaking. Okay, so later we will really practice. Okay, we will really practice topic by topic. Okay, okay, that is how we do it. Okay, for you to, be comfortable with the questions. Okay, next. Okay, here. Okay, let's skip some pages. Okay, there you go. It's very laggy. It's very laggy. Okay, there you go. All
Mm.
right. Okay, so do you have an idea? Okay, do you have an idea? Okay, on or were you able to watch any videos? Okay, regarding IELTS speaking before, or this is your first time to learn about it.
I just started watching, teacher, for this kind
Mm,
IELTS videos. To
okay,
have an
there you
idea,
go.
but really it's quite challenging for in my part.
Mm, yeah,
But I will
okay.
start from the scratch.
Okay, there you go. So we need to learn, okay, one by one. Okay, so anyway, okay, here. Now let me show you the criteria. Okay, they will look into this criteria. Okay, we will make sure that during our class, we will really meet the criteria for the scoring. Okay, so the examiner will look into the following, okay, to mark or to give you the band, your score. Okay, I believe the passing is the the expected is 6.5 and up. Okay, and of course the highest is 9. Okay, there you go. Yeah, 9. Wow. Okay, we have here fluency and coherence. Okay, this is the first thing that they will look into. Okay, so what is fluency and coherence? Okay, first I want you to read this one.
Fluency refers to speaking continuously without stopping. The coherence means organizing speech in a logical way. For example, does your speech flow? Can you be easily understood?
Okay, there you go. So that's fluency. So meaning you don't stop. Example, okay, you can say, example, you will answer, since I was a child, I love to watch fantasy movies. Because my friends like that. So there's like that. Well, okay, then you are returning back to the sentence. So that is not okay. That shouldn't be in IELTS. Okay, that is a very low mark if we will do that. So meaning you need to speak continuously. Okay, no stopping. Okay, so that is why in this book, it will teach us some of the connectors that you can use in case you forgot what to say. Okay, imagine you forgot what to say. Okay, then what is that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so that's really one thing that we need to avoid. Okay, the next one is the coherence. Okay, meaning it's the organization of your speech. That is why I always tell my students any questions, okay, in any questions in IELTS, always start in like an introduction, the body, and the conclusion. That is how we organize, okay, the answer. Just like you last time, remember every time I ask you a question, sometimes you will not answer directly, but you will have your introduction, right? Okay, so that is really good, Mildred. Okay, that is one good thing that you need to remember in IELTS. Okay, you have your introduction, and your introduction is really strong. Okay, so you need to adopt that kind of style when answering a question. And of course, okay, your organization, the way you organize your answer, it should be understood. Okay, it should be understandable. Okay, there you go. So that is for fluency and coherence. Okay, that is the first thing that they will look into. Next, we have lexical, okay, resource. Okay, so we cannot see. Oh no, it was erased. Okay, so when you say lexical resource, it refers to your words. Okay, the use of your words. It says here, range of vocabulary. Okay, so I'll show you this one. Okay, can you please read?
Food, cuisine,
Yeah, that is cuisine.
cuisine.
Okay, there
How do
you
I
go.
pronounce, teacher?
Uh,
Cuisine?
yeah, cuisine. Cuisine.
Cuisine. Okay.
Yeah.
Cuisine.
Okay, there you go.
Cuisine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's cuisine. Okay. So as you can see, they are the same, right? Okay, the definitions are the same. However, the word food is a low level vocabulary, and this is a high level vocabulary. Okay, there you go. That's the difference. They are both the same actually. Okay. Another one, okay, pretty,
Pretty,
beautiful.
beautiful,
Okay, they are the same, right? Okay, they are both the same. Pretty is a low level word and this is a high level word. Okay, so in IELTS, they will look into how you use the low level words and the high level words. Okay, that is why other students they will really try to learn the high level words because this can give you a high mark in IELTS. Okay, for example, in your first sentence you say I like to visit restaurants during weekends to try their food. I think the best restaurant is Star Restaurant because their cuisines are really good, okay, are yummy. Okay, there. So as you can see, on the first sentence, I mentioned the word good, food. On the next, it's cuisine. Okay, the first sentence has the low level, and the second sentence has the high level. Okay, there you go. All right, so that is how they look into the lexical resource. Your use of vocabulary, okay, and the range. Okay, the range that you will use. Okay, there you go. All right, next. Do you have any question?
Okay, teacher. I need more vocabulary.
Yes, we really need more vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
Later, later before we will have the practice, I will show you my books, because I created some books really for IELTS. I will show you the book first, okay, before I will hide it. Okay. In every topic, as you can see there, we have target vocabulary. Okay, there are target vocabulary. So meaning in every topic, I encourage students to learn at least five vocabulary, new vocabularies. Okay, so we will learn that one by one. Okay, we will do it slowly. Okay, we will
Okay,
not
teacher.
follow first, the 4 or 5 minutes time. We will not follow that, but we
Okay.
will try to make it slowly. Okay, next, grammatical
Okay,
range and
teacher.
accuracy. Mhm.
Grammatical range and accuracy refer to the use of correct grammar and variation of grammatical usage. For example, do you use a wide range of sentence structure and is your English grammar accurate when you speak?
Okay, sentence structures. Okay, for example, Tina is, okay, this is just an example. Tina is writing a story. Okay, so this is a very simple structure. Tina is our subject, the to be verb, okay, our verb. Okay, and then okay, here's another what is this like? Okay, the subject, another subject, the primary and the secondary subject. So this is really simple. Okay, so this is a sentence structure. Okay, a very simple structure. So there are other structures that are complex and have two clauses. For example, okay, the girls, okay, are having dinner, okay, in the dining room while their parents are watching movie in the living room. Okay, there you go. There's the word in. Okay, so I want you to look at these two sentences. Okay, so in IELTS, it encourages us to use a lot of sentence structure. So, meaning if your first sentence is very simple, your next sentence needs to be, another structure. So, you will not follow Tina is writing a story. Tina is eating or Tina is writing a story. Tina is now walking to the garden. Okay, she is now leaving the garden. Okay, that is too boring, right? Okay, so it requires us to use a range, okay, different sentence pattern. Okay, there you go. So that's what we need to remember. And of course, the grammar needs to be correct. Okay, especially the tenses. Okay, there you go. But anyway, it will come naturally when you're talking. Okay, and of course, we have here pronunciation. Okay, this is also very important. Okay, please read.
Which one, teacher? Okay,
Okay, over.
pronunciation refers to speaking in a manner which is easily understood. Do you use English sound, stress, and intonation patterns, etc. correctly?
Okay, there you go. Pronunciation. Okay, so in IELTS, the pronunciation needs to be very clear. Okay, with Filipinos, we don't have any problem with pronunciation too much. Okay, because we really have this emphasis. Okay, we have the emphasis in in reading and in speaking. So when I say okay, pronunciation, meaning the sound needs to be correctly pronounced. For example, okay, the word refers. Okay, you will not say refer. Okay, that is not correct, but refers. Refers.
Refers.
Okay, there. That
Refers.
is, yeah, that is a correct pronunciation.
Refers.
Yes, okay. Yeah, and the stress. What is a stress? Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, stress. Okay, not the, stress, your stress from work. Okay. Okay, I want you to
Stress.
listen on how I will read this sentence. Okay. Listen on how I will read this sentence. Okay. We will work on the stress. Grammatical grammatical range and accuracy refer to the use of correct grammar and variation of grammatical usage. Okay, that is stress. You pause
Stress.
in
Yeah,
between.
stress.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I have
Stress.
a student. She's in secondary, but she's learning IELTS now. This is her weakness. You know why? Okay, it's really with the pronunciation because when she reads, it's flat. There's flat and monotone. Example, grammatically range and accuracy refer to the use of correct grammar and variation of grammatical usage. Okay, and then she's a Vietnamese. Okay, instead of saying variation, she will say variation without the n. Okay, so she lacks emphasis. Okay. So emphasis, stress of course, and the intonation. Okay, when you say intonation, it's like the rhythm. Okay, like correct grammar. You will not say correct grammar. Okay, but correct grammar. Okay, so there's really the rhyme, the rhythm. Okay, there you go. So let's work on your stress. Okay. Okay.
Okay, teacher. More interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so as we learn IELTS, we will really apply this one. Okay. Just one sentence, this one. Okay. I want you to read, okay, with the correct stress. Okay. First listen to me. Pronunciation refers to speaking in a manner which is easily understood. Please read.
Okay. Pronunciation refers to speaking in a manner which is easily understood.
Okay, there you go. With the stress, you can choose where you want to place your stress as long as there is a stress. Okay? So if you're comfortable having your stress like this, pronunciation refers to speaking in a manner which is easily understood. Okay, so only two stress, right? Okay, so you can do that as long as you're comfortable. Okay, you might ask, teacher, why do we need to put stress? Why not just read it? Okay, actually, stress can be your savior. Okay, I know when we answer questions, we feel nervous, right? Okay, and sometimes when we speak, the examiner can really notice that, oh, Mildred, you are nervous. You are nervous. So if you have the stress, you can hide that. Okay, you can hide your nervousness. Okay, because if you have the stress, you will sound more confident. Okay, you will sound more confident even your hands is already shaking. Okay, there you go. So that is why we have the stress. Okay.
This would
Next,
be very informative, teacher.
yeah, you were right.
For me, it's something new to me, teacher.
Okay, yeah. So you just need to remember and understand. Later, if you are already comfortable with IELTS, it will come naturally. Yeah, no need to think about stress. It will really
Actually,
come
teacher,
naturally.
actually, teacher, I would plan to take IELTS by when January, February, I don't know, June, July, August, September. By October or December. It would be next year, but I plan ahead because I know my weakness. I know I need to have more vocabulary, and this is my first time. So that's why I plan ahead. I don't mind doing IELTS 6 months or learning 6 months as long as I have an idea and I know how to do this. Really, I plan ahead, teacher. Really.
Yeah. My students who is about to go to UK now, she just passed the IELTS with a 7.5 band last week.
So I
Okay.
could reach 9 band teacher if I have more vocabulary. Okay, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So everyone can have nine. Okay. There you go. Um, okay. She studied, I think, 9 months, 9 months straight. Okay. Yeah, 9 months straight. And she studied
For
at
IELTS
least one
teacher,
hour. Yeah,
IELTS.
IELTS. IELTS.
Okay,
9 months.
I can reach also that one, no problem.
Yeah. And same like you, it's 1 hour straight. Yeah. It's 1 hour straight IELTS. Okay, there you go. So that's really, hard work pays. Okay, she really worked for that. Okay, she only needs 6.5, but she had 7.5. Imagine. Okay, she now will have the scholarship in UK. Okay, there.
Wow.
Yeah, she will go to UK by the end of the year. Okay,
Wow.
that is really nice. Okay, there you go. So that's for the pronunciation. Okay, and also for non-speaking non-speaking English or non-English speakers, they really need to have the stress to prepare them for the pronunciation of the next word. Okay, because other nationalities they really struggle. Example, easily their L sounds like R. They will say easily understood. Okay, you cannot understand anymore what they're talking about. That is why there needs to be a stress here to prepare them to pronounce the next word. Because if it's continuous, you cannot pronounce the next word correctly anymore. Okay, there might be a problem. Okay, that is why if it's there's the stress, easily understood. Easily understood. Okay, there's a preparation for your tongue for the next pronunciation. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the secret. Okay, in these categories. Okay, so these are the important thing that we need to work on. Okay, so do you have any question?
No, teacher, I'm happy that I discovered this kind of secret or technique.
Yeah, you were right. Because if you will enroll in companies, ESL companies, the pay for IELTS is very very expensive. Yeah, the pay is really really expensive. And their teachers there is not really trained in handling IELTS. Okay, they are not really trained. Okay, so that is why um, my students, okay, would some students would really find someone who can really teach them or has experiences in teaching this IELTS. And not all teacher can teach this one. Okay, yeah, I have other friends, they cannot teach this. Okay, that is why if there are students who wants to learn, they will give it to me. Okay, because they didn't study this one. Okay, there you go. Now for
Where
the
did you study
bands.
this kind of teacher? Where did you
um
study this kind of thing?
I
Do
am
you have any
teaching.
for?
I am currently working for Itog Vietnam, and Itog Vietnam really teaches the teachers on how to teach this one. Yeah, because our students there, most of our students are taking the IELTS. Yeah, yeah, there is really a training for this one, and then you really need to join coaches, okay, to train you also. Okay, so that is really the job there. Okay, they really focus on IELTS. Okay, there you go. All right, there. Because I believe in Vietnam today, the most of the students needs the IELTS certification to be promoted. Yeah, that is what they
Oh,
say. That is why they need to learn this one. Okay, there you go. All right, now for the band score. Okay, most universities require the 6.0 to 6.5 for entrance. Okay, so if you will have this one, so congratulations, you'll pass. Okay, there you go. So it's really easy, right? Imagine 6 to 6.5. Okay, there. That is for scholarship and universities. Okay, there you go. For most. Others, if it's I think companies. or other schools, they sometimes require the 7.0 or 7.5, but that was too, high level requirement already. But it's really 6 to 6.5. Okay, there you go. So anyway, they will tell you what is their expected band score. Okay, I think this is really easy for you. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So imagine, okay, even, Vietnamese who are not really into English speaking, unlike Filipinos, we are exposed in English, right?
I learned
Okay.
from my children, teacher.
From your children.
I learned from my
Okay, there you go. Anyway, let's think positive. It will just be, easy. Okay, that's just 6.0. Okay, there you go. All right. Of course, okay, for the IELTS speaking test, okay, you need to prepare yourself, okay? You need to wear a very formal attire, okay? Be humble, okay? When you answer, be very honest, okay? Be self-confident, okay? That is why it's really an advantage if we will be able to handle or to tackle all all topics as much as possible, so that your nervousness will minimize the moment you will be there, especially if you already tackled that topic in our class. So the being nervous is will be 50% only, and have the stress when you answer, that will increase your tone as being like very confident even though you're already shaking. Okay. And when you talk to the examiner, even you're talking to me through online, practice eye contact. Okay, practice eye contact. Okay, there you go. That is what you need to remember. And relax. Okay, inhale and then exhale. Okay, while sitting. Okay, so practice this also while you are there. And then answer the question. Okay, and then how will you enhance your English communication skills? Okay, this is a question for you. So, aside from attending classes with me, what other ways you can do, Mildred, to enhance your English communication skills? Yeah. What other
I
things you
would
can do at home?
watch YouTube, any read newspapers. Okay, can I read this one, teacher? This one is more.
Yeah, this is important.
This
Okay,
is the
please
answer,
read.
right?
Okay.
Expose yourself to everyday topics as often discussed in newspapers or on radio and TV programs. Make it your habit to read newspaper and magazines articles. I I will use stress, teacher. Make it your habit to read newspaper and magazine articles, particularly to those that discuss issues and contain arguments and opinions. Also, listen to radio discussions and watch TV interview programs on current affairs. Not only does this give you some excellent listening practice, but it will build your background knowledge for the issues that may come up in both the speaking and writing tests. Choose an issue and record all the vocabulary you will need to discuss that issue. Note words raised in the news articles or programs on TV, radio, newspapers. Try to do one of these every day. When you consider an issue, decide what would be your position in that issue, especially the steps you will need to take to reach your desired position and how you would overcome any possible problems in discussing it. Be prepared to use descriptive and comparative language. Practice using conditional sentences to discuss, for instance, hypothetical issues from a broad or world view.
Okay, there you go. It was mentioned here, make it a hobby to read newspapers, magazine articles, particularly that discuss issue and contain arguments and opinions. Okay, so the objective here, okay, you need to have the idea or the knowledge about what is happening around you. Okay, may it be locally or internationally. May it be war between Russia and Ukraine. May it be the COVID pandemic, okay, or the calamities that each country is facing, earthquake in the Philippines, typhoon in Vietnam, okay, inflation rate, okay, the economic situation in each country, educational system, all of that you need to have an idea, okay, at least have an idea. So why do you need to do that? Because if you know a lot of things, whatever questions they will ask you, you have so many things to talk about. Okay? You will not be surprised. COVID? What is happening? Okay. So at least you know a lot. Okay. If you forgot something while you are talking, at least you have another idea to place there. Okay. Because you know a lot of things. Okay. So that will avoid you from stopping talking. Okay, you will talk and talk and talk a lot. Okay, there you go. As long as you will not go away with the issue or with the topic. Okay, so this is one good example or one good tip that you need to remember. Okay, and of course, you can listen to radio not just for current affairs, but even for music. Okay, if you like to listen to music, try to listen to English songs in English. That will help improve your vocabulary, your knowledge with English words. Okay, there you go. That yeah, so that is also one thing. Of course, watch videos. Okay, watch TV. Okay, but today we have the YouTube. Okay, there you go. So you can watch anything on YouTube in English. Okay, for you to listen to how they pronounce the words, how do they deliver their speeches. Okay, you can copy that one. Okay, now Mildred, before we will move on, okay, I want you to look at this one. Okay, when you see this word, this is silent T. Okay, meaning you should not pronounce the T. This is often,
Often,
often.
often,
Okay, there
often
you go.
discussed. Okay.
Yeah,
Often.
yeah. This one, this is YouTube, YouTube,
YouTube,
YouTube.
YouTube. You,
Ah,
how does it say? YouTube?
yeah, YouTube. Others will say
YouTube.
YouTube. So that is not, is YouTube. YouTube.
YouTube. YouTube.
Yeah, that is the pronunciation, YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay, there you go. All right, so those are the important things that you need to do to improve your, okay, skills. Okay, there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here, so they say you get a friend to practice. Okay, yeah. So you can have a teacher whom you can practice talking with. Okay, there you go. Also, be ready to use a good range of tenses and a variety of grammar, but avoid written language. Okay, so for example, here is a question. Okay, please read.
Examiner. What future role do you see for music in society? Then candidate. Well, I'd always hope that all the peoples of the world could benefit by sharing their common experience of music. In the past, there were many examples of musicians joining forces to raise awareness of global issues that resulted from famine or human rights abuses.
Or,
Take a picture. Or if different cultures could see, okay. If different culture could see the common features of music in other countries, They may be less fearful of each other and understand one another's culture better.
Okay. So
The
there are
culture is better.
two, yeah, cultures better. Okay. Another's
Cultures better.
cultures better. Okay, there. Yeah. For this one, the word people is already, this is a typographical error of the book. Okay. So
Mm.
the word people is already the plural. Okay. It's already plural. The singular is person and the plural is people. Okay. So if it's
People.
already plural, so no need to add s, not people's. Okay. Only people, all the people. Okay, there you go. That is the typographical error, I think. Okay, here. So the question of the examiner, what future role do you see for music in society? I think this is for part 3 because it requires you to analyze before you answer. Okay, this is a question in part 3. Okay, so as you can see, the first option, okay, look at how, okay, the candidate delivered the answer. It's only written in 2 sentences, and the sentence is a complex sentence. Okay, there you go. All right, well, okay, so you can start. Well, I think, okay, there. So you can start your answer that way. Okay, there you go. Because it's asking for your opinion. Okay, what future role do you see for music in society? Okay, all right, there you go. Okay, there. So as you can see here, okay, let's look deeper into her answer. Okay, the world could benefit. Okay, this is a high level word. Okay, could benefit by sharing their common experience of music. In the past, there were many examples of musicians joining forces to raise awareness of global issue that resulted from famine or human rights abuses. Okay, so this is a very deep answer. Okay, with the question, what future role do you see for music in society? Okay, there you go. All right, I will give you my opinion, okay, in this answer. Okay, what future do I see for music in society? In my own opinion, music will continue to proliferate in every parts of the world. It will continue to okay, in yeah, okay, how is that? Okay, so in my opinion, so you can start by that. In my opinion, music will continue to proliferate in every part of the world. It will influence the way people see the world, and it will encourage them, okay, to do things, okay, that will benefit themselves and the people around them. Okay, maybe that is the future of music. It's really hard, right? Okay, there. So that's how I see, okay, the future of music. Okay, it will continue to proliferate. When you say proliferate, okay, so people will
What would be the
continue.
spelling, teacher?
Mhm.
The what is the spelling for the What is that? Proliferate?
Proliferate. Okay, there.
Yes,
Proliferate.
sure.
Okay. So when you say proliferate, it's like it will increase in
Proliferate.
number. Okay. There's an increase.
Proliferate.
Yeah. Okay, there. So music will continue to increase, okay, in every part of the world. Okay, because people love music so much. Okay, and maybe, okay, it will influence, okay, the way people see the world. Okay, it will influence their behavior and how they look at themselves. Okay, maybe that will be the future. Okay, all right. So I am just honest. Okay. I'm being honest with my answer. Okay. There you go. So your answer here could be 1 to 2 sentence only or 3 sentence. Okay. There you go. How about you, Mildred? What future role do you see for music in society? Okay. Music.
Do I answer, teacher?
Yeah. How will be your answer?
One second,
Mm,
teacher. Mm.
Yeah, you can be very honest. Okay, with yours. You could be straight to the point. Yeah. Or yeah, or you can try to think how you can simplify the question. Like, um, what do you think, or what do you think the future of music? What is the future of music? Yeah, what will music be in the future?
Okay. I would think if children are betrayed to have an idea on I second. I would think if children would betray us on these days, I would think if children would be trained to be embrace this kind of music today, I would think that the future role for this music that I would think that people will enhance and embrace this kind of embrace. I cannot answer this time, teacher.
Yeah, yeah. You
What
can
I want to
continue.
say, teacher, is if children, what I want to answer, teacher, if these children would be at this present at this present time or in the past, if children would be trained to have to be trained to have to be trained this kind of environment, music environment, future their future will be, I don't know how to organize my thoughts, teacher.
Mhm. Okay, there. Embrace exposed. I think the word is exposed. Okay, if children will be
Yes,
exposed,
be
okay, to
exposed
music.
to music.
Okay. All right. In answering this question, you can relate it to yourself or to your family. Okay, let's simplify first.
Okay.
First, do you like to listen to music? Are you a music lover?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, teacher.
Okay. How about your children? Do they also like, music?
Yes, they love music. They played. Caris played four instruments, and
Mm-hmm.
Adi loves
Okay.
singing.
Wow. All right. So if children will be exposed to music, okay, how will this affect the
Exposed to
future?
music. I do believe that I do believe that what do you call this? Music would be
Yeah, what's the effect of music to them? How will it influence them?
music would be the bloodline teacher.
It's like their blood. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay. So you can, okay, it's very hard, right? Okay. So you can turn it into a lighter way by saying, okay, okay. I love music. Okay. I love music. Okay. Since I was a child. Okay. I
Okay,
was
the music.
exposed to music. Okay. And if children, okay. I love music since I was a child. Okay. Okay. If children at present, okay,
Present.
will be exposed,
Exposed.
okay, to music, okay, music, I think
I
in the future, okay, music will continue influencing, okay, the youth, the point that it could control, okay, the way they think. Okay, there. Maybe. Okay,
I
that's the
love
idea.
music. I love music since I was a child. If children at present will be exposed to music, I think in the future, music will continue influencing the youth to the point that it could control the way they think. I love
Okay,
teacher.
there you go. Very simple, right? Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, the question is really scary, but here you are, okay, you are not that, fluent, okay, in English, but what you need to do first is to try to understand, okay, the question, and then try to answer it in the simplest, okay, answer that you can give. Okay, so you don't know how to start. Oh no. So you can always relate to yourself. Okay, remember that. Relate it to yourself, to your experience. So you can start. I love music since I was a child. Okay, so that's an indication, an idea, okay, that you are someone who knows a lot about music. Okay, there. And then now going to the question, okay, how? Okay, what future role do you see for music in society? So you are now looking at the children. Okay, if children at present will be exposed to music, I think in the future, okay, you use I think, okay, because that is your opinion. Okay, there you go. All right, so look at the high level words we used. We have here exposed. Okay, that's one. Okay, we also have the word influencing, another high level two. We have 2 points now. And we have the word control. So in this sentence, in your answer, you have three high level words, 3 points for you. Okay, there you go. All right, there. So that is, I think this is for part three. Okay, there you go.
Okay,
All right,
teacher.
so at least you have an idea now on how to answer this kind of question. Okay,
I need to
there.
organize, teacher.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, there you go. Now let's look at the word music. Okay, so you told me a while ago that you like to listen to music. Okay, what kind of music do you like to listen to?
Music. I love the I love to hear. I love to listen. Um, Praises. You know, teacher. Praises song.
Mhm. Okay, wow, the praises. Okay, um, religious songs, right? That is religious songs.
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
yeah. Okay, so you like to listen to religious songs. Okay, why do you like the religious songs?
I love to listen to religious song, teacher, to enhance and encourage me more about encourage more about life.
Mm-hmm.
In religious song, there are more encouragement words that can enhance your soul and experience the experience the true meaning of life, teacher.
Okay, there you go. All right, there. And then at the end, you can say, you can also encourage me, like you say, listening to religious songs help me in many ways, and it really, okay, and it gives me motivation in life. So I would like to also encourage you, teacher, to listen, okay, to religious songs, especially when you feel stressed or if you have problems. It can really help lift you up. Okay, so there. So why did I say that you encourage me? Okay, the encouraging part, okay, is your conclusion part. Okay, in IELTS later, you might notice that is really the way we need to answer things. Okay, that is the tip for that part two. Okay, when answering, so you can do that. Okay, there you go. You can, encourage and say how this thing affects you, affects your life. Okay, There you go. So that is an example. Okay, so do you have any question?
More questions, but I need to practice myself.
Okay, yeah. So start with reading. Okay, reading, and talking here. Okay. Anyway, let's do it slowly. Yeah. So at least every day you are learning something. Okay. There you go. Now you say you know how to you love music. Okay. You like the religious song. Okay. So you know how to sing.
Yes, I know how to sing, teacher. Yes, I
Okay.
know how to sing. When I hear, I accompany with the song that has I heard. So when it will be played, I also sing it for myself.
Okay, there you go. That is really great. Okay, so you are really exposed to religious songs. Okay, there you go. So, okay, so when you listen to religious songs, what do you feel?
I those music when listen to those music, I feel enhanced and motivated with the words that can give impact to my daily lives.
Okay, there's the impact. Okay, there. So the high level words there are impact and motivation. Okay, there you go. That is really great. Okay, there. So that's what you need to remember. Okay, so as you can see, I ask you follow up questions. Okay, that is just to warm you up. Okay, there you go with this topic about music. Okay, but anyway, later we will also have this in the IELTS. Okay, there. Now, commonly seen problems in IELTS speaking test. Okay? The first thing problem that we need to avoid is giving short answers. Okay, so what is this? Please read.
If you give answers with only yes or no, which are too short, you cannot convince the examiner of your ability of English. Here, you should demonstrate your skills in providing extended answers rather than an outright yes or no or other similar one word answers. Answer in complete sentences. Develop your answer as much as possible. Speak more than the examiner. Keep talking until the examiner interrupts you or goes to the next questions. If you need time to think, say something like, "That's an interesting question," or just repeat the question in a form that you'd like me to tell you about our topics.
Okay, there you go. If the question is, okay, do you like to swim? And you will say no. So that shouldn't be okay. There you go. All right. So let's try that one. Okay. What if the question is, do you like to swim? Okay. How will you answer this one?
When when I was a child, I loved to swim, but now, if but not in my status, that I was not able to practice those kind of technique or stroke. So I don't think so that I'm able to do what I did before.
Okay. That is right. Okay. That is how you answer it. It's very good. Okay. So you have your introduction saying, so as you can see, you didn't say no. Or yes, right? There's no answer like that. But you say, okay, when I was a child, when I was a child, I was able to learn how to swim. However, okay, at this point in
However,
time, okay, I am now a mother. I am working at the same time. I am very busy. Okay, that is which makes me okay or right now I'm very busy. Okay, I don't have the time, I don't have enough time anymore, okay, to practice skills in swimming. Okay, that is why I can say that I cannot swim anymore, okay, the way I can when I was a child. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so that is your thought, right? Okay, that is your thought. Okay, so that is
Yes,
good.
teacher.
Okay. So remember that kind of technique in answering. Okay? Do not go directly, but you need to make it very creative. Okay, in answering. So that is really good. Okay? There you go. All right. So do you have any question?
Question. I need to have more practice, teacher, regarding this technique. Really, I humbly tell you myself that I will start from the scratch, and I need to practice how to roadmap or arrange my thoughts and ideas. Ideas is more important to me since
Mm,
I'm a mother, but because of busyness in life, I'm not able to practice this kind of, I gotta practice my English, but only listening to my kids, I have been more encouraged with them that, if you will compare me and to my kids, they are more advanced than me. For me, I will like be like an elementary English.
Okay, it's okay. Tomorrow, okay, before we will start, we will have at least 15 minutes, okay, activity. Okay, it's a very simple activity to work on your grammar. Okay, I have
Okay,
materials
teacher.
here and we can have that. Okay, there you go. To prepare you before the IELTS. Okay, there you go. All
Okay,
right,
teacher.
Mildred. Okay, so just do it slowly. At least now you have the idea how it is. Okay, there you go. So
Okay,
thank you
teacher.
so much. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you, teacher. See you tomorrow, and really, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye
Okay.
bye.